Welcome to the fourth draw of the 2019 U-18 Canadian National Championships in Sherwood Park, Alberta. My name is Dustin beside me is
Brenna Balassi.
We'd like to begin by acknowledging that we are competing this week on the traditional lands of the Treaty 6 nations, including the Blackfoot, Cree, Dene, Grossmouth, Métis, Nakota Sioux, and Saulteaux. Indigenous people were joined by settlers and pioneers who together built this great community of Strathcona County.
This afternoon's games on Sheet A, we have Ontario versus Saskatchewan girls, the BC boys versus Northwest Territories. On Sheet C, the Alberta girls versus Manitoba. On Sheet D, the boys game with Prince Edward Island versus Newfoundland and Labrador. On Sheet E, the Nova Scotia boys versus the Alberta boys. Sheet F is a girls game with Northern Ontario versus Nova Scotia. Sheet G is Quebec versus Northern Ontario girls game. Sheet H is Newfoundland and Labrador versus British Columbia girls game. And on Sheet I is Quebec versus Northwest Territories girls game.
So today in the arena, our feature sheet is Sheet C, Alberta versus Manitoba girls. So today on Team Manitoba, we have lead Gracie Gulak, second Caitlin Sauchuk, third JC Tarek, and skip Emma Jensen, and coached by Coach Alan Jensen.
For the Alberta girls team, we have lead Emily Keast, second Michaela Koistra, third is Olivia Jones, and skip is Jessica Wojciechowski, coached by Joe Brown, playing out of the Airdrie Curling Club in Alberta.
Who's red? So today on our feature sheet, the hammer was won by Team Alberta, so they will have a hammer in this first end of play. Alberta had an excellent draw, throwing 2 rocks. One of theirs did land on the button.
The Manitoba girls had one of their draw to the button stop on the top of the forefoot, and the second one wasn't in the rings.
Can we have the draw the button? So here we see one of Team Alberta's draws just slipping through the rings. And their second one landing right on the button with a great shot. Practice slides are underway here. We have an interesting matchup here this afternoon. Both teams at 2-0, winning their first 2 games of the tournament. And getting us underway here, we will have lead Gracie Gulak. Both skips just going down to the other end now. And looks like the first rock will be calling for top 4. So Brennan, talking to the coaches before the game, we did talk to the Manitoba coach, Alan Jensen, and what were some things that he said about this game?
So the 3 keys to the game here today, we're looking to keep it simple and capitalize in the first 4 ends, and then in the back half of the game, try and put some pressure on and get some rocks in play. As well as this is their first game out on arena ice, so we're looking just to get kind of comfortable on arena ice with the curl and the rocks. The rocks, they did mention that they had the first practice before the event, so the rocks were quite sharp, so just getting a handle on the amount of curl and how much ice they're going to need to take.
Here is lead for Team Alberta, Emily Keast.
So nice hit and roll over here to the 8-foot.
So Team Manitoba, this is their second national championship, all being at the 2018 U-18 Nationals in St. Andrews, New Brunswick. Although their first 2 games of the tournament were in the rink side, so the curling club, and that both sides have been fantastic ice conditions, but a little bit different being in the arena for this draw.
Looking to keep it simple here, just with some open hits, getting comfortable with the ice and the rocks here in the arena.
This rock just rolling out here, a little bit of an overcurl. We did also talk to the Alberta coach, Joe Brown, and his keys for the game that he thought was find draw weight very quickly. Also keep the hit weight down and keep it nice and controlled so it's easy to manage. And be smart when there are rocks and play. He did find that his keys for the first 2 wins of the tournament were being very resilient, as both games were very close in their openings. Also something to note that this is their all of Alberta's first national championship, so they've been very excited and very fun, trying to keep the nerves under control. I believe this is also their first time on a live stream broadcasted national game, so that will be interesting to watch.
Here we have the Manitoba second. Caitlin Sowchuk here with a nice nose hit and roll to the side of the button. And we have throwing her first rock is second for Team Alberta, Michaela Koistra. Just looking for a nose hit here.
Just rolling out here. Very interesting to note that our first 3 games of the broadcast, the teams did go very aggressive in the first end, having lots of rocks in play. This is one of our first games of the Nationals where it's a very open first end of play.
Both teams here looking to just kind of get settled into the arena and find their feel for draw weight.
This rock just coming up a little bit light, but still should be in the rings.
Typical as to what we've seen in the arena, with lots of curl from the outside in, just over curling the center line on that one.
So I'd like to think here that Team Manitoba is very happy to be running it up and down, keeping it very open here in the first end. As the coach did mention, they did want to keep it pretty simple, get a feel for the arena ice.
And I think the Alberta girls here are happy to play along and take the blank at the end of this end.
Yeah, the Alberta girls definitely very happy with a blank here and try and get their 2 in the even in second end. And here we have third, JC Tarek with her first rock of the game.
And skip Jessica just calling for our third, Olivia Jones, to draw to the wings here.
Olivia Jones is a grade 12 student at the Vimy Ridge Academy, just in Edmonton, just outside Sherwood Park. 17 years of age. So the Vimy Ridge Academy is a sports school. So in the morning, she attends classes in the afternoon and goes to the curling academy in the afternoon, where they go on the ice to do strategy, technical practices, and also they do dryland training and sports psychology.
The Vimy Ridge Academy is a sports school with many other sports, and curling is included in one of them. She's been very fortunate enough these past 2 years to play in the academy and learn lots from many different coaches, including Mick Lismore, Rob Krebs.
Nice hit and roll there from Team Manitoba to the center. Michaela sweeping this to try and make the rock curl here.
Trying to keep the shooter around.
Just stays into play.
And making her way down the sheet is the Manitoba skip, Emma Jensen, just looking for a nose hit out here.
This Team Manitoba team coming from the Dauphin Curling Club. Nice hit and stay there from Team Manitoba. And here we have skip Jessica Wojciechowski with her first rock of the game.
Looking for a little flop to the wing here on her first one. Jessica is at the University of Calgary in her first year of international relations. She's looking to become an international lawyer.
Hard sweep from the Alberta front end. This rock is curling a little bit.
Just clips it and rolls out. So here we'll see Manitoba skip Emma Jensen just get a free open draw to the button here just to nail down her draw weight for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's always nice to throw those open draws to the house, get that feel for draw weight with no pressure. That's why sticking on those hits is very important. Cleaning it in, this rock is curling quite a bit.
And just right on the tee line for skip Emma. So what are we thinking today, Justin, about the ice?
So this is our third day in the arena here, and the ice is still curling a lot. They're taking about mid-12 to the edge of the 12-foot for a draw, as we see that one does cross the center line and does overcurl quite a bit. Manitoba did, like we said, played their first 2 games in the curling club, so they might be noticing a little bit more curl here, so might have to maybe just take a little bit more ice. Last rock here in the first end from skip Jessica Wojciechowski, looking for the blank. Nice shot from Jessica here.
And Alberta girls will carry the hammer into the second end.
Nice shot from Jessica here. So we'll see if Team Manitoba here is going to look to put some more rocks in play here in the second end. Looks like they are just happy to throw one in the 4-foot.
Sticking to their game plan here, trying keeping it simple in the first half of the game.
We have a very loudly crowd on hand this afternoon for this draw.
With both hometown Alberta teams playing in the arena.
This rock just slipping a little bit deep.
And the Alberta girls are just looking to keep it simple. This end, kind of hit it out and wait for a good opportunity.
Just a hit and roll out here from Emily. The ice early in the game might be curling a little bit more than it will later in the game, so trying to get that frost off also as well.
Looking to break in all the paths from the outside in as well as inside out to get an even draw path all the way across the sheet.
Brenna, can you talk to me a little bit about why it's important to stick on those hits?
Yeah, so we're looking to stick on those hits just to make sure that the other team is hitting as well so they don't have the advantage throwing any draws when you're not. So you see lead Emma gets the, Manitoba lead. Gracie gets another free draw and another practice getting her draw weight, whereas Emily would have to be throwing another hit. Here we'll see Emily throw another corner guard here, try and get some offensive play going to the wings.
Emily Key, second rock of the game.
Looking for an off-center guard here, just guarding the edge of the 4-foot.
So this is kind of with the new 5-rock rule. It's called a delayed corner guard. Can you tell me a little bit more about that, Brenna?
So the delayed corner guard is when you look, when the team without hammer puts their first rock in, the team with hammer looks to hit and roll to the wing and then throw a corner guard. It just kind of keeps the junk in the middle a little bit less, and you're able to generate A2 a little bit more easily.
Here we have second, Caitlin Sauchuk.
We're just looking to keep this rock above the tee line in front of this yellow rock.
Yeah, with that yellow rock slipping just behind the button, they might not want to throw up a tight guard because they could freeze down to it.
See Caitlin's guard over curl a little bit here.
Yeah, we've seen a couple over curls from the Manitoba team in the first couple ends. Might just be because the ice is curling a little bit more, so Skip Emma might just need to take a little bit more ice.
Still making the transition over from the rink side, which is a little bit straighter and a little bit faster. Skip, Jessica looking for Michaela just to hit and roll underneath these guards. Sweeping end to end here.
Great sweep from Emily and Olivia to get that by the
guard.
So Manitoba now looking to play the come around, electing not to peel. Might just feel like they are getting comfortable with draw weight and
looking to force the Alberta girls into a tougher shot here.
Great sweeping here from the team Manitoba. Just clips the guard.
Watching that rock really curl at the end with the late finish on the arena ice. But a good chance here for Alberta to get one around this corner guard and set up for their 2 in the even end.
Yeah, and I think the Alberta girls are really happy to mix it up a little bit, play that draw weight game that Coach Joe Brown talked about earlier. They have played one game on the arena ice, so maybe a bit more comfortable with the ice.
Here we'll see Olivia Jones trying to make this one curl across the center line and around the corner guard.
Great sweep here from Team Alberta.
Just clipping this guard. We're seeing a lot of finish here outside into the wings.
Yeah, sticking to their game plan, Team Manitoba, going to play the hit here.
Just trying to keep their shooter around and control the front of the house.
This one just a little bit wide. Still gets it. Nice shot. See the replay here. Just coming off that yellow, still gets it out. And here we have Olivia Jones with her first rock of the second end.
Just looking to come around here and keep it top 4 foot. This one needs to curl up to come around the guard. Looking a little heavy.
Sliding into the back 12. Now we'll see Team Manitoba try and play the same shot, come around top 4. As we see in the early ends of the game, it is a little bit quicker than in practice. Can you tell us why, Brenna?
So with the frost in the arena, in practice, they've broken down the frost and kind of worn in the ice in the draw pass. So in the first couple ends, it's about breaking in the draw pass all across the sheet. You'll see this path that Team Manitoba is playing is going to be quite quick, where they played their draw to the button. But if you get in a little bit tighter, there's going to be a little more frost and a little bit more pebble, making it a little bit slower.
And Team Manitoba comes a little bit deep as well. And we oftentimes see on the arena ice that if a rock is played down the same path a couple times in a row, it does get that little bit faster each and every time.
See if Olivia can make the adjustment here and put it right at the top of the 4 foot.
This rock is a little bit wider out there right now. Sounds like they're going to sweep two, come up to the back one.
So Michaela is sweeping it to make it curl right to the back one.
Lots of finish in this spot.
About half buried around the guard.
Yeah, Team Manitoba might be able to see enough to make the double, but may elect to play the freeze as well.
Just electing here to play the freeze, try and force Team Alberta to get 1 point.
And here we have skip Emma Jensen with her first rock of the second inning.
Skip Emma just a little tight here on her first rock. Sweeping it to get by the top guard. Really curling here and just gonna get by the guard. We're gonna over curl the backing and leave Alberta sitting 1. Alberta's just gonna come and draw around here. You're gonna see the replay. Just get by the guard, but it over curls past the back and it's just a little heavy. We're gonna see skip Jessica come down and draw right around into the 4-foot to lay 2 here. This rock here just starting to curl, trying to sweep it right into the 4-foot. Going hard for weight. And great sweep by the Alberta front end to get Alberta laying 2 here. We're gonna see Manitoba come down and try and play the same freeze right down to the back of the button.
Team Manitoba's last rock here in the second end.
This one just hanging out a little bit wide. It needs to get to the button to force Alberta into a tough shot.
Line looks very close here, curling up here nice now. What a great shot from the Manitoba skip, Emma Jensen. Plays the nice freeze.
To force Alberta into a tough shot for her 1. I think there's just enough room in there for Jessica to come down and tap it and get her 1 point. And the last rock of the second end here, Jessica throwing. Just looking to bump this yellow rock back and get her 1 point. This one hanging out a little bit wide right now. This one needs to come up here.
Ooh, that is very close. The teams are calling for a measure here. So because Skip, Jessica's first rock, overcurled a little bit, it did allow Team Manitoba to freeze one onto that one on the back button. Here we see the replay on Jessica's last. Just needed to curl up a little bit more to hit it on the nose to stay for her shot.
Those rocks looking very close. Almost too close to measure.
See where the micrometer goes.
We're going to go around one more time just to make sure.
So just at the 2 on the red rock. We just passed.
And coming around to the yellow one. Very close.
About 2.5 yellow, so that is going to be 1 yellow. So steal of 1 for Team Manitoba here in the second end from a nice shot from Emma Jensen. Here we see the replay of the measure.
So the yellow one is just going to go just past the 2.
So here in the third end, we have lead Gracie Gulak starting us off.
Just looking to go into the top of the 4-foot.
Yeah, Team Manitoba here still sticking to their strategy of keeping it fairly open here in the first 4 ends. We'll see if Team Alberta elects to throw the corner guard to try and generate their 2 points or if they're going to wait till the 4th end.
Front end just cleaning this rock into the 4-foot. Great draw by Gracie.
Looks like Team Manitoba is figuring out where to put the broom here in the arena, as that one does not overcurl and it is in a very great position. Team Alberta electing to hit this one fairly open end for end 3, maybe looking to try and get their 2 points in the 4th end.
A nice nose hit here by, roll to the 8-foot by Emily Keast. And we'll see Gracie try and roll back to the 4-foot area. This one running a little bit wide out here. Needs to curl up.
Just clips it. Does remove it from play. So lead, Emily will have a chance to find draw weight and throw that corner guard.
Try and set up for her 2 here.
So because of the 5 rock, if this does stop in a corner guard position, Team Manitoba will not be able to remove it from play.
This one looking a little light here.
See if Olivia and Michaela can get this over. Looks like it's coming over here nicely.
And great guard by Emily. Just over curling, guarding the middle of the 8-foot. And Team Manitoba will throw another rock right into the 4-foot. Try and force the play into the house.
This is second, Caitlin Sauchuk. So the players do fill out some bios for us prior to coming to the national championship. So some fun facts about Team Manitoba is that both Caitlin, JC, and Emma have been curling together for 5 years. And this is Team Alberta's first year together as a team.
First year as a team. We have second Michaela Koistra here. Some fun facts about Michaela. She loves barrel racing with her 2 mares. She's part of the Sheetal 4-H Beef Club. This year's steers are Ricky and Mo. She loves country music, and when curling season is out, she'll spend the warm days of the summer riding horseback and hanging out with her friends. Here we'll see Michaela try and come around into the 4-foot. Olivia going hard, and this one just squeaks into the 12-foot here.
So Team Manitoba electing not to play another come around, sticking to their game plan of keeping it nice and open here in the first 4 ends. But both Team Alberta and Team Manitoba, I think, would be more than happy to blank this end. This rock curling a lot. Will move that guard over, but won't remove it from play.
Michaela will have a chance here to come around the corner guards and set up for their 2 points.
Here we see the replay. So yeah, these first 3 ends, we have seen quite a few overcurls from Team Manitoba.
Just the adjustment coming from the ring side into the arena. The curl is just not forgiving. This red rock needing to curl up to come around the corner guards.
Just clipping off. Still a very good shot.
About half open on the wide side, but we'll see Team Manitoba try and hit and roll behind.
Very hard sweep here from Team Manitoba. Hits it on the nose. It's not in the rings.
Still see Skip Jessica asking Olivia just to hit and roll over, try and roll her shooter underneath the corner guards.
This is Olivia's first rock here in the 3rd end. We did hear Olivia say soft, so maybe a little bit less handle than she normally throws.
See the sweepers going hard on this one to try and get the roll. And not quite in the rings here.
So I believe her weight and line were very good, but like she said, just a little bit soft handle, so that will cause the rock to curl a little bit more than normal. Team Manitoba can see about half a rock here, so we'll try to remove it from play. So this is third, JC Tarek. One fun fact about JC is last year at the Canadian Under-18 in St. Andrews, New Brunswick, she did win the U-18 national gold medal in mixed doubles with Braden Fleshhacker, also playing on Team Saskatchewan this week.
Manitoba going hard and just getting by the guard. Great shot by JC.
Here we see the replay. Hard sweep from Team Manitoba, just getting it by the guard.
Getting right to the nose of the red rock.
So like we said, JC Tarek winning the national gold medal in mixed doubles in the under-18 last year. Brenna, can you tell us a little bit about the mixed doubles competition at this event?
So the teams that don't qualify for the playoffs are then put into pools, and they're each player is partnered with a different player from another province, and they play a little mixed doubles championship while the playoff teams are competing. See Olivia just hit the red rock on the nose. And we're gonna see Team Manitoba draw around here to the side of the 4-foot.
Yeah, good draw here from Team Manitoba. Will make it very tough on Team Alberta to score in this end. But because that red one is an off-center guard, the button area will still be open.
Taking lots of ice here on the edge of the 8-foot to come across the center line onto the edge of the 4-foot. This one looking a little bit wide right now.
We did hear from the third saying it does look soft, so like again, maybe might curl a little bit more.
Getting some late finish here, trying to get the outside sweeper to make it curl.
Great finish from the second of Team Manitoba. Does bury almost all of that around the guard.
Seeing some great curl here out on the arena this week. We're going to see Jessica try and run that one back. Try and stick the stone right back in the 8-foot.
Jessica Wojciechowski, first rock in the third end. Sweepers on and off, so should be close.
Great shot.
Team Manitoba can see about 3/4 of this rock, so we'll attempt to remove it from play and try and sit 2 here, trying to force Team Alberta to take their single point.
Team Manitoba taking lots of ice here.
This rock looking a little bit wide. Caitlin going hard to finish it.
Trying to make contact with the rock.
Wow, and just gets it. So Team Manitoba does sit one.
Jessica has about 3/4 of the rock. Is looking to make a hit and stick for 2 out in the wings here.
It's very important for Team Manitoba to remove that, at least so they were sitting shot stone. So we'll make this tough for Jessica to get her 2 points.
And just the last rock of the third end here. Jessica looking to get her 2 points. Front end going hard. This rock really curling.
Just clips the guard. And that will be another steal for Team Manitoba. So Team Manitoba taking the lead 2-0. Brenna, we could only see about half to 3/4 of that rock, and because those corner guards were pretty tight to the rings, would you ever elect to just take your single and move on?
I think here, the second end, take control of the even ends. It might have been a good idea to take your one. I think the risk early in the game is worth giving up a steal point rather than, as opposed to taking your 2, but.
So the first end of our game was a blank, followed by a nice freeze by Emma Jensen in the second end to get the steal. And in the third end, a nice shot on her last 2 shot stone, forced a very tough shot out of Team Alberta and gets another steal.
Here we'll have another look at Manitoba lead, just throwing it right into the top of the 4-foot. And Jessica electing to throw the guard up instead of playing the delayed corner guard and hitting the rock in the house first. Trying to get some offense started here in the fourth end.
That was quite a bit of ice from Team Alberta. The ice is curling quite a bit here, so should finish up here nicely. Just a little bit heavy from Emily. Slipping into the top 8. Just the lead, Gracie Gulak, electing to hit this.
Getting the outside sweeper just to try and get this one to curl and keep the shooter around. But just rolling out. And we're gonna see Emily try and throw up another guard here. This one also looking a little bit heavy, but should stop outside the rings. Great guard by Emily Keast.
Yeah, it's still very early in this game. 5 ends left of play, so even though they are down by 2, lots of time to come back, especially with the new 5 rock rule.
with the 5-rock rule, really, any end you can give up a 2 or bigger end, a score of 3 or even 4 points.
Team Manitoba here electing to play the tap on this rock. Just over curling a little bit, maybe a little bit light, but very good shot.
And we're gonna see Michaela try and throw the hit and roll behind their corner guard.
So we'll see some nice controlled weight here from Michaela, like Joe Brown, the coach talked about earlier, trying to keep that hit weight a little bit down, try and get some finish.
Just rolling out.
Team Manitoba recognizing this is a great time to maybe get the force to Team Alberta to keep them to their single point.
Looking to keep the pressure on and draw, make a nice draw here around into the 4-foot. This one looking a little tight out of her hand, though.
The only other possible option here may have been to play the peel on their Team Alberta's corner guard. Team Manitoba did talk about keeping it open for those first 4 ends. This one coming up a little bit late. So now, opportunity for Team Alberta to play the come around here.
Michaela Koistra is 16, and this is her first national championship from her hometown of Strathmore, Alberta. Here we'll see her throwing her second rock, just trying to come around into the 4-foot. Line looking really good on this one. Gonna get Olivia to try and finish it in. Just slipping into the back of the 4-foot, fully buried.
Here is third, JC Tarek.
JC just looking to come and freeze on top of it into the top of the 4-foot, but it's looking a little bit wide. Needs to curl up for the backing. And third, JC Tarek making a great, has a great draw weight, but needed to curl up a little more. And we'll see third, Olivia Jones, try and tap this one back a little bit to try and lay 2 here. This one with a little bit of room coming into the house. We're gonna see Michaela Koistra go tight to the rock, try and make it curl. Great freeze by Olivia. Sitting top of the button, laying 1 here.
Manitoba here electing to play the freeze.
Looking to play the freeze and cut down the scoring area for Alberta. This one looking a little bit heavy though. Hanging out a little bit wide.
Nice shot from Team Manitoba, freezing. Nice angle on that rock. Team Alberta will attempt now to play a bout of a back line wait to try and move those rocks around. Make some room in the scoring area.
Emily going hard, trying to unlock these two rocks, just touches the top one.
But still a very nice shot. The angles are very in favor of Team Alberta here. It was a good plan, B or C maybe, by playing that tick to still make the shot. So Team Alberta still shot stone here, only sitting 1. And Manitoba will elect to play the guard.
Manitoba looking to force Alberta to the 1 and get their hammer back in the 5th end.
Here's the first rock from skip Emma Jensen here in the 4th end. JC Tarek saying the line is a little bit tight early. And as we know, the ice does curl a lot here in the arena.
This rock gonna slip into the 8-foot here.
Olivia Jones saying they have to run this red back into the yellow, try and remove one of them, or maybe even 2 if possible.
Looking to open up the scoring area. Right now, it's a very hard draw to get her to.
Here we have skip Jessica Wojciechowski, first rock for Team Alberta.
Playing normal weight, just looking to run this red one back onto the yellow.
Sweepers on this hard. Oh, cleaning now. Nice shot. Still only sitting 1 for Team Alberta, but there are a lot of reds in play.
Skip Emma Jensen will have to be very careful about where she places her last one here. This short red run back is quite a makeable shot.
Team Manitoba here may want to potentially just throw up the guard. The guard would make it very tough on Team Alberta to score their 2 points. Where running in that red might be a little bit dangerous just because you might jam on your yellow. Team Manitoba calling for the tight guard.
Looking to block off that run back and force Alberta to 1.
Last rock for Team Manitoba here in the 4th end. Line looks pretty good. Might be over curling a little bit. It's a very high guard.
Dustin, what other options do you see here for Alberta to score their 2?
Yeah, because of it was such a nice shot from Team Manitoba, they might be able to play an in-turn soft weight bump shot on their red to raise it in because the guard is high. But the guard is covering that red rock. The out turn down the center line that they were talking about is also there to play the tap. If you could ever get to the nose with about a back line to the hack weight, you might be able to tap this on the nose for a multiple score.
And we'll see Jessica's last rock, this out turn tap. Trying to get her 2 here.
Close here.
This one really curling across the center line. They're just going to touch the guard, and it'll just be 1 for Alberta.
You don't need to play that replay. You found it. Here's the replay here, just racking on the guard. Team Alberta getting their single point.
We're going to take a quick break here for the 4th end, give you some updates around the rings. Oh, we're going to talk about our sponsors here. So we have our platinum sponsors, Alberta Sport Connection in Strathcona County. Our silver sponsors, 840 CFCW, Derek Fika, Frontier Valve International, and our bronze sponsors, Boston Pizza, Sobeys, Jugo Juice, Asham, Dynasty, and Driving Force. We have our friends at Sherwood Park Mall, Wild Wing, Allstate, Jet Ice, Alberta Food Equipment, Oyster Bay, New Zealand, Pasta Pantry, and Wild Rose Brewery. Our school group sponsors, Federation of Alberta Gas Co-ops, Everest, Alberta Sport Institute, the Filter Shop, and the Sherwood Park Curling Club.
here we are about to return to the second half of the game.
We're going to see some replays from the first 4 ends. Here we see in the second end, Jessica just coming up a little bit short of getting her 1 point.
And here's the measure, the very close measure, where Team Manitoba did steal 1 point.
And then we have Alberta just clipping the guard and giving up a steal of 1 in the third end to go down 2. Very close shot by Jessica, but Alberta scoring their 1 point. So now we have in the fifth end, Manitoba leads 2-1 with Hammer here. And we'll see Emily throwing up a center line guard to get us off for the second half of the game.
So besides our feature sheet, we have 8 other sheets of action today. On the girls' side, right now, Team Ontario and Team Saskatchewan are tied at 2. Manitoba is up 2-1 on Team Alberta. Nova Scotia is up 3-2 on Team Northern Ontario. Team Newfoundland is up 3-2 over Team British Columbia. Quebec is up 2-0 on the Northwest Territories. And in our boys' action, we have British Columbia up 6-1 over the Northwest Territories. Prince Edward Island leading Team Newfoundland 4-3. Team Alberta up 4-0 on Team Nova Scotia. And Team Quebec up 3-1 on Team Northern Ontario.
Here we'll see Emily's second rock. Just trying to make a nose hit. Noses that rock out in the 12-foot.
Brenna, I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about maybe the strategy for both teams going into the second half of play.
So here we'll probably see Manitoba trying to hold on to their lead, kind of keep it a little bit cleaner. Not quite their gameplay, but I think the lead here up 2-1, and with Hammer in the fifth end, you'll see them a little bit more conservative, trying to carry that Hammer back into the even end. We're going to see Alberta here try and really force the play in 5, get a force, and try and get their deuce back. Really important to tie the game up in 6. We'll see Alberta try and push for a little more, have rocks in play here. Try and force that play to the center of the house. We'll see second Michaela try and make this roll underneath the center guard. Sweeper's going hard to try and keep the rock in play.
Still lots of curl here in the second half. Team Manitoba now can elect to play the peel. Would be very happy to blank this end, which would fit right into their game strategy here.
We're going to see second Caitlin try and peel this rock off.
So because of the hit and roll out, will be a fairly open end here. Team Alberta will elect to play a center guard to try and get some rocks in play.
This guard just sliding into the 8-foot here. You see Manitoba try and hit this end out, carry the hammer into the 6th end.
Team Manitoba just sticking around on the edge of the 12-foot here. See Olivia Jones, first rock.
See Emily go hard, try and keep the shooter in play. We're just gonna nose this rock out in the wings.
Nice shot from Olivia. Skip Emma calling the sweepers right off this one. It's a little bit wide.
This one hanging out.
Just clips it, removes it from play still. Team Alberta will elect to throw another center guard here.
Alberta hoping for a nose hit on one of their peels. Try and get some play generated in the house.
Because of the tight scoring game, I expect lots of draws throughout the second half, so this does give Olivia a chance to throw and learn some draws.
Sweeper's calling this one a little bit heavy though. Looking for a tight guard. This one's just gonna slide in. We're gonna call the sweep into the 8-foot. This one just going out of the rings. And JC not going to be happy with that one.
So again, a chance for Jessica to here to learn her draw weight.
This one gonna over curl the center line. Just a halfway guard here.
Still in a good spot, though. We'll see if Team Manitoba elects to play the peel. Brenna, does this call surprise you a little bit, playing the come around, this off-center guard?
Yeah, so this is an interesting call. We've seen Team Manitoba hit this entire end, peel all the guards, indicating that they would like to play for a blank this end. So interesting to see that on the skip's first rock. They're going to try and come around and potentially not look for a blank in this end.
Yeah, this call does surprise me a little bit. I personally would maybe play the peel because he played the whole end for the blank and then go for 2 points in the 6th end. Here's skip Emma Jensen's first.
JC initially calling lines a little bit tight. The line's looking good now. Sweeping this.
This rock popping out the other side. You can see about all of it. Just keep that shot maybe for replay at the end of the game.
So really important with that shot, trying to keep it above the tee line and behind the guard. This rock popping out the other side gives Jessica a really good opportunity to potentially hit and roll behind the guard and force Manitoba in an end where she was originally thinking a blank. So we'll see Jessica just try and throw a nice controlled weight, try and roll right underneath the guard. This one hanging out a little bit wide though.
Team Alberta will hit and roll out. So Team Manitoba still going to go for the blank. Was hoping maybe to generate a 2 by coming around that off-center guard, but because of the hit and roll out from Team Alberta, they will go for the blank.
So we're just going to throw this one through the rings, get an idea of what it's doing in this spot. And Manitoba will carry hammer into the 6th end.
Team Alberta would have hit and stayed there, hit and rolled underneath the guard and got the steal. Team Manitoba would have thought maybe they should have peeled, but no worries. They're just not working out. Yeah, okay, sounds good. Perfect. So here we are, Emily getting underway here in the 6th end, first rock.
Looking for a guard here.
So because Team Alberta is down 1 without the hammer, they will look to try and steal 1 here in the 6th.
The all-important 6th end, try and score in the even ends to carry hammer into the 8th and final end.
Nice guard from Emily.
And Emma calling for a corner guard here, so we're going to see a few more rocks in play. Manitoba going to go hard for their 2 points.
Definitely a good call on the guard if they feel they have their draw weight to try and generate that 2. Even getting 1 here for Team Manitoba would be ideal.
This guard just sliding into the rings here.
Still a good shot though.
Forces Emily into a hit. Oh, we're going to throw up another guard. Alberta going hard for their force or steal here. You're going to see the second guard ideally right in front of the other one to prevent a double peel. Have Olivia switch and try and get this rock to curl over the center line. Nice shot by lead Emily Keast.
Team Manitoba here electing to play the corner guard. So there will be a lot of rocks in play here in the 6th end. Brenna, are you a little bit surprised with this aggressive play here?
A little bit surprised here. Looking, ideally Manitoba would want to keep it open and score their one, but they're feeling we've seen them really comfortable with their draw weight. So thinking they can score multiple here, maybe end the game early.
Yeah, I would think Team Alberta is more than happy that Team Manitoba is electing to play draws and guards and maybe opposed to playing the tick shot, so they will have an opportunity to score here.
Jessica asking second Michaela Koister to come around this guard to the top of the forefoot.
Olivia signaling that this one is a little bit heavy. Very important here to get shot rock. Line looks good.
It's this one really curling at the end, putting the brakes on. Just gonna slide into the back at the 12-foot. Very important with that rock to remember your pro side miss. Ideally, if you were gonna miss that shot, you wanna stick around the front of the house.
Yeah, definitely got to think about tolerance here, especially late in the game when you are down points. So being lighter is definitely the tolerance for the shot.
The rock sliding into the back of the 12-foot leaves Team Manitoba with the opportunity to play this peel and clear off some of the guards.
Team Manitoba trying for the double peel.
Doesn't quite come up. Just peeling the top one. You're gonna see Jessica call for another come around again.
Here's the replay. Just needed to curl up a little bit more.
See if Michaela can make the adjustment, try and throw about 6 feet less. Try and hit the top of the forefoot.
Line looks really good from this one.
Sweeper's got to go hard on this one for weight. Getting Emily on the inside to try and come a curl across the center line. And just stopping for second shot at the top of the 8-foot. You see the replay, got Emily Keast on the inside of the rock to try and get it to curl a little bit more. We're going to see Emma call for the peel again. This is second Caitlin Sowchuk. Sweeper's going hard.
Jamming on that one.
Jamming on the back one as well to leave Alberta second and third shot. We see Jessica try and come around and freeze on the around the corner guard.
Team Alberta sweeping this one. Trying to play a plan B, maybe a little bit of a wick or a split.
Great plan B there, just to try and keep both those red ones in play.
Still a great shot from Olivia. Team Manitoba now here going to look to sit 2 with the nose hit.
And third, JC is going to look to hit this one on the nose. Just missing the back one.
But now sitting 2. Team Manitoba definitely putting the pressure on Team Alberta right now. That was a great shot from JC.
Alberta in a little bit of trouble, looking at 2 buried rocks behind corner guards. Dustin, why don't we play around corner guards without hammer?
So the other team who has hammer is usually more than happy to have the opposition play around a corner guard, just because scoring is away from the middle, so they will always still have a chance to score if the play is to the wings.
Here we'll see Olivia. Michaela's going hard, try and come around this corner guard. Just gonna rack on the top though, a little bit light.
Still not that bad of a shot though. It is usable, so as we talked about earlier, the tolerance on those shots is to be lighter.
So now Emma will have a decision to make whether or not she wants to come around this rock or if she wants to peel.
This is definitely a key shot here. I would definitely recommend playing the peel.
I would have to agree, playing the peel, try and keep your 2 alive, and keeping the scoring to the wings away from the center.
This is definitely a crucial shot here and call.
We're gonna call a timeout and try and get our first look at the coach.
Alan Jensen from Team Manitoba will come out to the ice. Team Alberta, I feel, would be more than happy if Manitoba chooses to hit this one. Or possibly play the come around.
So Coach Alan Jensen has been with 3 of the 4 girls on this team for 5 years. And was with them last year at the U-18 Nationals in St. Andrews, New Brunswick.
Alan has been coaching this team for 5 years and wanted to coach to help his daughter learn the game of curling.
Curling definitely a family sport here, with many parents coaching their children at the Nationals, both on the men's and the women's side. So we'll see Manitoba electing to come around this rock.
Again, I think this makes Team Alberta more than happy that they are not removing this one, as they will also have a chance to come around to close the scoring area.
So key with this rock here is keeping it above the tee line and behind the guard.
So here we see third, JC Tarek.
Sweeper's indicating this one's a little bit heavy out of her hand.
If Team Manitoba did elect to play the peel, I think it would be very tough for Team Alberta to force them to a single, and their 2 would be very alive.
Great weight from JC. Just curls up enough with the late finish. About 3/4 buried around that rock, but we're going to see Jessica freeze to this rock and really shrink down the scoring area.
Yeah, with a great freeze here, Team Manitoba would be very tight to score their 2 points. Very big shot here from Skip Jessica on her first here in the 6th end.
Sweepers indicating this one's a little bit heavy as well. We're going to see some late finish at the end.
Sweepers calling back 12. That is a lot of weight.
This one's starting to curl now. Trying to roll that one behind the corner guard, but leaves it right in the open here.
Yeah, so Team Manitoba here now will be able to put a lot of pressure on with a nice hit and roll here to sit 4.
Here we're going to see Emma Jensen sweepers right off of this one.
Rock is curling a little bit now.
Plan B electing to try and roll behind the corner guard, hitting it right on the nose.
Still a very nice shot.
Team Manitoba sitting 4. You see a replay sweeping it, trying to get the roll, but just coming up to the nose.
And we will have our first final. Team Alberta picking up the win 6-0 over Team Nova Scotia. 2 of the 4 of Team Nova Scotia members, the reigning champions, so that is a very big win for Team Alberta.
You see Jessica try and hit and roll right on top of this yellow one to force Manitoba into a tough draw for 2.
Even if Team Alberta is not second or first shot after this, it will be very small scoring area for Manitoba to get their 2 points.
I think Jessica would be happy to walk away with this end, giving up a 2.
This rock looking a little bit wide.
Olivia calling right off of it.
Trying to play a plan B, maybe roll the
Gonna
other way.
roll the other way.
Will sit second shot, but there will be a hit for 4 points here in the 6th end for Team Manitoba.
A little bit of a tricky spot here, having to throw the inside out as the corner guard is in the way of throwing the out turn with this rock. Let's see Emma throw the in turn, hit for 4.
Big shot here from Skip Emma Jensen of Team Manitoba with a hit for 4 here in the 6th end of play.
Calling for the sweep right out of her hand. Really curling hard here.
And that will be 4 big points for Team Manitoba.
Manitoba will go up 6-1 going into the 7th end.
Great shot from skip Emma Jensen of Team Manitoba.
And we're going to see Gracie throw her first rock through the rings here. That's always a good sign when you're a lead throwing your first rock through the rings.
Renna, you know all about that, hey?
It's my favorite shot. You can never miss. We're going to hope to see a couple guards from Emily and get some offense generated, try and score multiple here.
So with the new 5-rock in play this year, there's still a chance for Team Alberta to definitely come back in this game to set up their 3 points and then maybe go for a steal of 2 in the 8th end. Definitely very difficult, but with lots of made shots, you never know what can happen.
This Team Alberta, we've seen they were down 3 playing the 8th end in their previous game. They ended up taking 3 and stealing in the 9th end to win that game. So very much still a makeable win.
The team coach of Team Alberta, Joe Brown, did talk about those 2 wins earlier on this week and how his team was very resilient and that they did not break under the pressure. So we will see if we can, or if they can put some good shots together here in the last 2 ends.
You're going to see Gracie try and come around into the 4-foot, but this corner guard really in the way here.
Looks like it might rub the guard.
Just going to come off of it, leave a center guard there.
And that will make Team Alberta very happy, as that is another guard to work with for them.
We're going to see Jessica calling for the corner guard on the other side, so we'll have 3 guards in play. Sweeper's calling this one a little bit heavy, though. Definitely need this one outside the rings.
Looks like it's slowing down now. Sweeper's still off it, though.
Olivia just trying to finish this one, and a great shot by Emily. 2 corner guards and a center guard is a good setup to try and score their multiple.
So yeah, any rock in play for Team Alberta is to their advantage. So
we're going to see Caitlin try and peel her own center guard out.
Manitoba sweeping this very hard, would love to roll out here. And they will not. They will leave it for another corner guard for Team Alberta to use.
So we're going to see Jessica call for another guard on top of this one.
So Team Alberta here definitely set up to score multiple points. We'll just have to try and use their corner guards now. They have been throwing a lot of draws here in the second half of the game, so should have a good idea about what draw weight. But this rock coming up maybe just a little bit. Nope, gets it over. Great sweep from the front.
Great sweep by Olivia and Emily. Really needed that one to be over the hog line.
That one's actually a really great shot.
Right in front of the other corner guard. We're going to see Caitlin Sowchuk try and make the double peel, try and clear off both these corner guards on the right-hand side. Calling right off here. So it needs to come up.
So removes their own from play too, but Team Alberta still has 2 corner guards and an off-center guard to work with. So we will see if Jessica plays the come around now. Selecting to play at top 8.
Coming around the corner guard. Important here to keep all the rocks above the tee line and behind the guards. Michaela Koistra's second rock, trying to come around the corner guard. Getting Olivia to try and keep this rock straight, try and come around the corner guards. Drag it back into the 8-foot.
Great shot from the second.
This one dead, buried around both the guards.
And we have another final on the boys' side. Team British Columbia picking up a 9-1 win over Team Northwest Territories. So Team BC improving to 2-1.
You see a replay. Olivia, great sweep to get this rock by the corner guard and into the 8-foot. We're going to see JC try and come around and hit that rock. Has about half the stone on the outside.
This call surprises me a little bit, not peeling. Those definitely guards are in favor for them.
But a great shot nonetheless by JC. Olivia will have the same shot as Michaela, try and come around the corner guard. Jessica gave her a little more ice this time, try and stay buried behind the corners.
Team Manitoba might recognize that it is maybe getting a little bit late to bail, so seeing as that rock was open a little bit, elected to hit it. This is Olivia Jones's first rock.
And Kayla going hard, making sure they're going to get by the corner. Seeing tons of curl right after the hog line. This one sliding a little bit deep into the back of the 12-foot. JC should have the same shot again.
So maybe just needs to elect to take a little bit more ice, as there has been a couple over curls in a row. Team Manitoba right off this one, though.
This one.
Sweeping for the curl now. Looks like it's coming up nicely.
Gonna come up and nose the rock. It's a good shot by JC. Olivia gonna try again, try and come around the corners, keep it above the tee line.
Olivia will look to play this around top 4 weight. Sweepers off this one, must be a little bit heavy.
This one looking a little hot though, coming in the rings.
Might use that one for backing.
Just gonna stop for shot rock back of the 8-foot.
So a little bit of a tougher takeout with that corner guard being tight to the rings, but could also use their own rock to take their red out.
You're going to see some quiet wait from Emma try and come around and take out the red rock.
Or even possibly peel weight and hit half a rock to angle it out.
Just coming off their own yellow one, but doesn't remove the red rock from play.
Yeah, and that red rock is even farther behind now, that corner guard. Here we see the replay. Just kind of taps it back and more buried around the corner guards.
We're going to see Jessica try and come around the corner guard again.
Or even possibly a little hit and flop with quieter weight. This is Jessica Wojciechowski's first rock here in the 7th end.
Looking to tap this yellow rock back and sit 2. Getting Emily the outside sweeper to try and make it curl, avoid the jam.
Hits it on the nose. So Team Manitoba can see all of this rock and can even make the double here. But a nose hit to force Team Alberta to their 2 points. They would also be very happy with to be up 3 with the hammer coming home.
And Emma's final rock in the 7th end.
The double looks very close. Just misses.
Missing that one.
So, nose hit here for Team Alberta, get their 2 points. Jessica will have a very good idea of what this path does, as she just played this exact same path. Last rock in the 7th end. This one's a little bit wide, Olivia's saying. It's close.
Needs to curl up for nose.
And a great shot from the skip, and that will be 2 points for Team Alberta.
Alberta will be down 3 coming home without the hammer.
So we see the score breakdown here, and the first end was a blank, followed by a steal of 1 from Team Manitoba. And in the third end, Team Alberta's rock not curling up quite enough, and it was another steal. And that tough tap for 2 in the fourth end for Team Alberta forced them to their single point. A blank in the fifth end from a hit and roll out from Team Alberta. And in the sixth end, a big 4 points for Team Manitoba with a nice double on Emma Jensen's last. And here in the seventh end, Team Alberta gets their 2 points.
So we're going to see lead Emily try and put up 2 staggered guards like we saw in the sixth end, try and really generate some offense and get their steal of 3. Ideally, you want these 2 guards as spread out as possible. One tight to the rings and one just over the hog line.
So that one right in the middle. Team Manitoba will attempt the all-important tick shot. Brenna, can you tell us a little bit about the tick? I think you're a bit familiar with these ones.
Playing lead, I should know a little bit about this. You're going to throw hack weight or backline weight and just try and tick the guard not out of the rings or out of play, but away from the center line just to try and make it not a very usable guard. This Manitoba team electing to go right into the face of it instead of coming across. Trying to hold it straight just to try and hit it really thin into the boards.
Brenna, if you could pick one, what would be your favorite, the tick shot or the throw through for you?
I would have to say the throw through. Can never miss the throw through. So this tick shot just a little bit too thick and a little too heavy, but we're going to see it put back. This is why we don't put up a halfway guard. It makes it really hard to try and put up a second one on here.
That's right.
Emily's second rock is going to be very tight to the rings, and the double peel is going to be a little bit easier for Manitoba second.
So Team Alberta calling that tight guard. The tolerance here, though, again, would be a little bit light, as Team Manitoba is still not able to peel yet.
Line looking really good on this one. Sweeper's calling it a little bit heavy. Sweeper's got to go hard on this one to get it by their first guard. Just getting it by. Gonna slide.
Just slipping into the rings here, so Team Manitoba will hit this.
Manitoba lead Gracie is going to try and hit this one and either roll to the wings or roll right out of play. And make sure not to leave it as a guard for Team Alberta.
Sweeper's calling this one is a little bit heavy. Looks close. We'll hit it, roll out.
Just going to hit the bumpers. And we're going to see Michaela throw up another guard here. Try and get that one tight to the rings, but not in. Line looking a little tighter on this one. Olivia Jones going hard to try and get it by their center guard. She's going to come up a little short. Going to bump that and leave a pretty makeable double peel for Manitoba second. Caitlin Sowchuk. I'm going to asking to hit about half a rock and roll the shooter out. Great shot by the Manitoba second, Caitlin Sowchuk. You see Alberta throw up another guard here. So here's Michaela Koistra's second rock, calling for a tight guard just on the center line.
Interesting positioning here, makes the double peel a little bit tougher. You would have to spin up, but more than happy to just peel the single one out.
Caitlin just setting that one a little bit wide. Gonna punch them both out and stick right there.
So this will be Olivia Jones's first rock, electing to throw the tight guard, and then probably planning on Olivia's last, and Jessica's two last to make them count for their 3 points. This will be the last chance to throw a guard.
Gonna try and get this guard right tight to the rings and right splitting the center line. Having Emily sweep this rock, try and getting it to curl.
Trying to bury it around. Curling in there nicely. Nice sweep.
Great sweep by Emily Keast.
We will see if Manitoba elects to play the single peel or the double peel.
The important thing here is just getting rid of one of the guards. And Emma mentioning that down to third, JC.
Sweepers on it right away. Nice shot from JC.
And Caitlin rolling that one right to the guard, the edge of the 12-foot. We're going to see Olivia come around the guard again. Great sweep by Gracie to get that one by the top yellow guard.
Looking to come into the top 4, top 8.
Sweeper's going hard on this one. Looking really good, just gonna bite the 4-foot.
Great shot from Olivia.
We're going to see Team Manitoba just peel off this top guard.
Nice shot from Team Manitoba, peeling the guard out. Jessica will have to make these 2 last rocks count, and Team Manitoba will have an open takeout.
So, Dustin, what would you call here?
I would probably look at splitting the rings potentially, where if you here drawing top 12 here, you're grouping the stones close together where you make the double a little bit easier. So you're having 2 rocks in a relatively same or even close position just makes the target area a lot larger and easier to shoot at.
At this point in the game, Jessica is hoping for Emma Jensen for an open miss here to try and get her to look at 3 on her last one. You're going to see Jessica elected to just draw into the top of the 12-foot and try and guard the one that she has and biting the 4-foot. Sweeper's going hard to try and get this one in the rings.
And that one just comes up a little bit short of the rings. Is splittable, but Emma Jensen has an open takeout for the win here.
Emma needs to remove one of these rocks from play, and she'll win the game.
So here's Emma Jensen's first shot in the 8th end, but a shot for a win here. And to move to 3-0.
Just looking to peel this red rock out.
Looks like a nice throw.
JC just calling hard into the rings. Gonna hit this red rock out.
And that will go down as a 6-3 win for Team Manitoba. So Team Manitoba proves to 3-0, and Team Alberta drops to 2-1.
You see a replay here.
So here in the second end, here we just had a tap not curl up quite a bit, and it was a steal of 1 for Team Manitoba. Very close measure.
Here in the third end, we're going to see Jessica just clip the guard and give up a steal of 1.
So that was a steal. So
this is a key turning point here.
Where Alberta gets their single because the tap was a little bit tight.
And then this miss here in 6 leads to a chance for a hit for 4. Which
So nice double from Team Manitoba results in a big 4 points and the real key turning point of the game. Team Alberta does manage to get 2 points back in the 7th, but that won't be quite enough as Team Manitoba makes the hit in the 8th end for the win. Thanks for joining us this afternoon at the Canadian Under-18 Championships in Sherwood Park. We will see you at 6 o'clock for the next draw.